literally sounds like I'm listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, do me a favor. Since one of you just clap.
action.
Oh, good.
Wow. Here we are. I guess we're starting now.
Yeah.
Um, do you want to take a shot
Oh, where are they at? Where's it at?
over there?
Oh, yeah. I guess we could take a
Okay,
shot.
sure.
Yeah.
Why not? I thought about it earlier and I was like, let me see if she's down.
I'm always down to take a shot.
Okay. Shot. Shot.
It's probably warm tequila. It's probably warm tequila, but
Yeah, sure. Never some good flavors. You shot anyway. You got a chaser?
I'll drink some of X's. It's our bottle.
You can even shout out who.
Yeah.
Oh, you see what I just did from the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big play.
All right.
But I ain't playing fancy today.
Shout out to Gabe Blanco for gifting me this bottle. He always gives X gifts. And then I'm always like, "Where's my gifts?" And he's like, "Well, what do you like?" I said, "I mean, I like tequila." So, cheers to our first episode of this podcast.
Podcast.
What the name is, we don't know.
We definitely don't. We've been brainstorming and can't come to a conclusion. We were close on one, but we might ask everybody here to help us out with that. Salute, everybody.
That was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, that went down pretty smooth.
It did. It did. It was good. Okay,
it's the-
so
Not me chasing.
not me.
Andrea, never. All right, everybody. Well, here we are. Finally starting this thing that we've been talking about for,
Ever since we started listening to podcasts.
yeah.
I think I started listening to podcasts like 2018.
Yeah, I don't even remember the first podcast that I was listening to. Mind Pump.
Yeah, Mind Pump. Started listening
That was
to
when I was
Mind
getting
Pump.
to training.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else. That was the biggest one. And then I think COVID was when I really got into more of different kind of podcasts, more lifestyle stuff, and a lot of different ones that, you know.
I mean, I listened to Call Her Daddy, but I listened to it before the breakup. And I don't know if that's controversial, but
I don't even know if it is because I never.
I listened to it before there was a
I only hear those podcasts in the background.
I listen to it here and there, but
yeah. Anyways, here we are with the podcast of the theme as far as how we're gonna go about this thing is just talking about ourselves, our life, our businesses,
we have the gym,
being parents, newer parents,
newer parents. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a year exactly already.
figuring out life as a married couple as well with these things going on, and talking about just
Balancing life, each other, ourselves. Being in the fitness industry, I feel like it can be a little bit selfish because we have to put ourselves first and be like, hey, I'm gonna work out right now. Hey, I'm gonna prep my meals right now. So that's a big element of our life, I feel like.
And I think it's definitely everything has taught us to be selfish and to be selfless at the same time.
At the same time, it's a balance.
So yeah, just
Sometimes I believe in the word balance, sometimes I don't because it's not always a
there's no balance.
There's no balance because at the end of the day, there's just priorities.
Yeah. Things are gonna lower the mic. Oh, yours. Put it down. We're still new to this.
We're still new, but
Yeah.
and tilt it up.
Okay.
This way.
So it doesn't cover your face.
There we go.
Okay,
That way
okay.
you can see your face.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think balancing of scales. I mean, not to get all try to give people like what's the word I'm trying to think of, teaching moment, but yeah, I think just because we're just talking about our life, a lot of it's just been balancing, but also not balancing because it's a teeter-totter. One side's gonna be more than the other at some point in your life, and then then a couple months later it teeters the other way.
But that's how it is in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it is. I mean, in a relationship, in a marriage, like when you're not 100%, I have to give a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right. And then we learned, I mean, I learned a lot about that when you started doing prep.
Yeah.
And prep
That's
as a married couple is a whole other level. And then prep
with the newborn,
with the newborn is kind of crazy.
and then prep with moving the gym,
Yeah, that was also
even
crazy.
crazier.
So,
And
I mean, we could start there. We could start about moving the gym,
okay,
right?
yeah, I mean, because that's really what sparked us
I mean, we're
starting it.
here. We're
Yeah,
actually inside of the new gym,
yeah,
right? So we're at Savage Fit Club. If you guys haven't been here, we're in Upland, California, downtown Upland, California, which is a has been a huge move. We moved June 1st. It's still June
yeah. It'll be 4 weeks exactly on tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
Yeah,
we're
so
shooting this Sunday, June 27th,
28th.
28th,
Yesterday was our son's 11th.
28th. Yeah. So tomorrow will be officially 4 weeks, and it's been these past 4 weeks have gone by so fast.
I feel like they've been slow.
Mm, I don't know. I feel like just yesterday was that first day we were here.
That's true. I mean, time is just
A blur
subjective.
in
Yeah,
our
it's just
life.
a blur, especially as a parent. You guys know it goes by so fast. The days are long, but just like everything else is fast, right? I feel like moving the gym was probably one of the hardest times personally for me trying to balance, quote unquote, even though I said I don't like that word, trying to balance everything and trying to figure everything out all at once. Like I said, it really, really was hard.
Yeah.
Hard is like
Well,
doesn't even cover it.
what do you like, when you say hard? What about it? I mean, other than the actual move, but like, I mean, what for you? I could talk about what it was hard for me, but for you, um, I mean, in every aspect, as a mom, as a business owner, and as as your husband, as your
Yeah.
as my wife, being partners in the business. So all
So
three
I felt like
aspects.
as a mom, it was really hard because I want to pour into my business a lot. And if you're a business owner and you're also a parent, you will understand. Like I mean, they both feel like your baby, right? But then obviously my child is my priority. And being a mom is a whole different level of parent, right? Respectfully to the dads. And so my son is still under a year old. I'm trying to learn as I go. And also, I have the big stressor of meeting the deadline of moving out of the gym and also trying my best to build up the hype of the move of the new gym, right? Because I took that upon myself. I started posting and things went viral on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram. And so I felt more pressure to continue to post, right? And mind you, I would say 50% of the time I was posting that, I was with my son. And I like to be present when I'm with my son. I don't like to be on my phone. I don't like to be doing work. And half the time I can't even when I'm
Can't,
trying to, you
can't.
can't. You can't, right? My son, he's at that point where today he crawled on the couch for the first time when we were not looking.
Well, I wasn't looking. Andrea was
Yeah.
busy, and I was supposed to be watching him. And usually, when I'm watching him, well, quote unquote watching him is different for dads than it is for moms.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I was
Enough
doing
said.
I was,
Enough said.
I was doing dishes, and he was in the play area. Anyways, long story short,
I walk in and he's on the couch.
yeah,
And so, but like I said, so managing being a mom, being a mother to my son, and also being, the face of the business essentially, right?
yeah,
While I am the face of the business and that's a responsibility, then I have X who's kind of like the muscle of the business, doing all like the heavy lifting, right? And also dealing with the stressors of having that deadline of having to move out of a place, right? And when I don't know if you guys have ever moved out of a house and you guys accumulate a bunch of things, I kept looking around at the gym when we were at the hangar and I was like, oh my gosh, and people kept telling me, "How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do it?" When the more people would ask me, the more stress I would get. Because at first I'm like, "Ah, it's no big deal. We're gonna move it." And then I kept looking around every day that I'd be in there, and I'm like,
mhm,
"How are we gonna move all these things
yeah.
in
I
two
think
days?" Right? Because we gave ourselves 2 days to move everything out and everything in here. And it's not even about. We could have just moved everything out in 2 days. That would have been fine. But we needed this place to be
be
ready
ready.
to
Yeah,
go.
the moment. So I'm gonna interject there because like I think that's where we're kind of polar opposites on a lot of the things. As far as like what we stress about, what we don't stress about, for sure, definitely. I don't know if you can agree, but I just feel like when it comes to stuff within our marriage, our relationship, being parents, business owners, and there's a lot of things we probably share as stressors, but as far as what we um
I mean, it's just the way that we stress about
but yeah,
things,
so
right?
like
You
when it
probably see things like right in front of you, and you're like, I'm just going to take care of that when it happens. And I'm like looking like 10 steps back, like,
yeah.
how the heck
No,
is he gonna do
yeah,
that?
regarding the move, like, I'm like, obviously, I was planning accordingly, and I knew why, and how we had to do it. And the reason why we only gave ourselves 2 days is because we could not stop operation for the gym for any reason, because we had our trainers, we had our members, and we didn't want any lull of dead period. Because as you guys know, for anybody that's in business, um, well, it
We're in the
was
service industry, so we're
yeah,
providing a service, and at that point, it's like, if I told my members that I was gonna be, closed for a week, I'm sure they would have been fine with it, but we had other things
yeah.
as
But I
well.
was, but I
There's
think,
other
yeah,
factors.
business wise, I think, like, in general, like, you stop business for a week, that's potentially your members or your people or
They're
your
gonna s
clientele.
they're gonna
We're
start
gonna go
looking.
somewhere else, and they
Mhm.
might find something better. And it's not that I don't think there's anything better. There's always a lot of different things out there. But anyways, nonetheless, 2 days, and I always looked at the move like, oh, I stressed about it, but I was like, no, it's gonna happen, because I will work all day and night to make sure it happens, and we did. We did. Now I gave myself some grace and some time and making sure to cut off times, because I never typically would. As far as like, okay, we're at 6 o'clock tonight, we're done. But as far as the move, like those 2 days, I look back at it and I'm like, I don't, I, excuse my language, but how the fuck did we do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there and do that again. If I had to, and because we had to, I would, and I would do it again. But would I want to? Definitely not, because it was definitely it was just a lot. It was just a
Yeah.
lot, and we put ourselves. I wouldn't say we put ourselves in that predicament, but because of the situation, and getting the keys to this place at the timing we did, and how much time we had to get everything prepared, and making the transition smooth, more so for everybody else, not necessarily for us. it was
Yeah,
it was
exactly,
more so.
because when you're a business owner, you're like, "Well, I mean, I'm gonna make it work," but it's like, these people are over here waiting for us, and, like, when I say these people, I mean our community. Our community is here supporting us, they were backing us,
Every step of the way.
and they never doubted us.
No.
So I felt that pressure, but this is positive pressure. This is not pressure where I felt like, oh, like, like, all these people. It wasn't like a negative thing. It
No.
was a very, very positive thing. It was
Yeah.
pressure that I knew that we needed to rise. And like I said, we had the support of so many men and women who decided to show up on moving weekend. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you were a part of it, then you were a part of history. Seriously,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah, and if you were physically a part of it, I made sure to let you know. And just to reiterate, because I want those that are watching that, I'm not saying that didn't partake, but the ones that would partake, that did help that weekend, it was literally something that I'll never forget, and I'll never. You guys will forever be in my debt, or I'll forever be in your debt, because it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have those 20 to 30 people that showed up. And it wasn't all 20 or 30 all at once, but it was continuous people coming in and helping, family, friends, members, community. Speaking of the community, um, and it was the best and the craziest time of our life. And
I mean,
whoa.
it was just so stressful for
So,
me. But like, look, I'm gonna give you guys perspective, and I spoke about this on my story. Like, we had essentially 60 days.
originally,
Originally, we had 60 days. Let's just go based off of the original plan.
yeah, because that's the time.
Originally, we had 60 days to
Find a location.
find a locate. Well, decide whether or not we were going to continue this business, right? Because
I mean, I think we were gonna do it regardless.
right, but we had we it was there was still a decision that needed to be made, right? So at the end of the day, our lease ended. And so they told us, you have 60 days. And so we were like, "Hey, are we going to move our gym, or are we just going to
Call it.
call it, meaning plan B, meaning that could have meant a lot of things. Let's not go into that." And so we had to find a place. So the stressor of finding a place, that was stressor number 1,
Yeah.
right? Well, stressor number 1 was finding out that our lease was going to be ended, and then it was stressor number 2 of finding a place. And I'm telling you guys, there were days where we were driving for hours, calling so many people, walking into random places, trying to find a location, and we had no luck until about 2 or 3 weeks in, right?
Not even. I think I'm trying to think back at it.
Let's just
When did
say
we get the February, March? Got it in March. Yeah,
It was about 4 weeks that we gave
about
it. We gave it about 4 weeks. Then we decided to, "Hey, we need to we need to get some
oh,
help."
yeah,
So
yeah.
we got some
We got
help,
some help.
right? So
We had help
we
originally, but the help it was, I mean, to kinda just we'll just, I mean, throw it out there, but my brother who does, residential real estate, was helping us
he
in
was
the front
providing us some guidance.
guidance and, like, services as far as, like, the websites and, booking tours for us and trying to get things situated.
And you guys, we were like talking with people and we were like, this is the spot. And then there was like, no,
This
we
is
couldn't because of the zoning. And then, no, this is the spot. Oh, no, we couldn't because of the permit.
so
And
much
then
goes into
there
the
was,
location of what kind of business you are having to put in that location. Just because there's an open vacancy,
and you have
like,
the money, it
then yeah,
doesn't
everything doesn't
matter.
matter. If the city says, "Oh, we don't want that kind of business in that location," that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. So there were so many places that were like in the palm of our hand, but for some reason or the other, it wasn't working out. So then we had to call for more help. So we got a commercial real estate agent with the
Yeah,
help. So it was my brother in law and a commercial real estate agent.
yeah. Who are
Um,
partners within the same industry?
Yeah, they were partners within the same industry. They worked together, and this was the first place that they found, right?
Yes.
This was the
First
first,
place, first place outside of what we had already sent. Then technically, what we had potential.
right? And when we saw this place, it was
Yeah, we
to
were.
us, it was like seeing like a kingdom,
Yeah, it was
you
a perfect.
know,
It was a perfect spot, but just
perfect
because
spot.
of how the setup was, there wasn't much. I mean, maintenance, work to be done,
Nothing, oh,
nothing. It
almost
was.
nothing.
It was. I mean, if you talk about key
It-
turning house, it was a key turning business
right?
location.
And then things happened, and we were like, no, yes, no. We looked at other places. At the end of the day, at 45 days of the 60 days,
Yeah.
we signed.
No.
We found it.
Yeah.
No,
No. We had found it technically.
about a
Um,
month, and it was like the
a
first.
month before we got the keys.
Yeah.
We said no. We kept looking, and then there was another location that we found literally across the street,
Yeah.
and that place was needed a lot of work, but it fit the same kind
It
of.
was a flip, you guys.
Yeah, it would have been a flip, but it fit the same kind of aura and like vibe that the hangar had.
Right.
Just big sheet metal building, open floor, big parking lot, gated still as well. And that was kind of like, oh, this is super easy because it's the same kind of style. People are gonna still love it. Um, and we actually tried to put offers in, and things just didn't go according our way. And
Yeah, and you know what? Like, God really had showed us this place, and then, we were kind of like, no, we can't. We're gonna look at other places, and then God turned us back to this place,
yeah,
right? And when we came back to this place, we were like, hey, we need about a month because we're gonna move out in a month. And the way things turned out, we weren't given that month.
no, yeah,
Right? So we signed the lease a month early, earlier than we
well, we
wanted
wanted
to.
to, yeah,
So then that's when I started stressing even more, right? So that's like another layer
yeah,
of stress. So layer one, lease ended. Layer two, finding a spot. Layer three, moving in a lot
sooner
earlier,
than we
a lot sooner
anticipated.
than I had anticipated.
Yeah,
Layer four was preparing the things in here while still operating at the gym.
mhm.
Right. So we were prepping our things here and there while we were still working. I was obviously still being a mom because that never stops.
I was on prep,
Xavier was
preparing for
on
my
prep,
show.
right?
Um,
And
Easy was, I mean, eight months at that point.
yeah,
So he was already transitioning into standing, crawling, moving around. So it was definitely getting life was
and
just getting hard.
and we would work day and night if we could, but number one, we couldn't stop work
No,
because work never stops.
no,
And number two, I mean, I can't get here at 5 in the morning and I can't leave it here at midnight, right? I
yeah,
have I have like I have a child that I need to tend to.
yeah,
And so that was another stressor, right? Well, we made it through. Then it was move-in weekend,
yeah.
finally.
And
And
moving,
that, like I said, that was probably the funnest part
yeah, it
was
definitely
the
was.
actual days of
Yeah, where
moving.
everyone was here and the community was involved. Was it stressful those day and a half? I mean, 2 days really, 2 whole days, 24, about 48
I think
hours
it was
worth.
just more than anything, probably physically stressful.
Yeah, physically and just getting, yeah, planning, just getting shit on trucks and hauling it over here. That
Eh,
was the biggest thing. Is just, well, not the biggest thing, but the hardest thing because you need manpower for that
You
kind of
need
stuff, or
manpower,
you got to pay
right?
for it. And if you're gonna pay for it, and nothing nowadays is cheap. But I mean,
No, absolutely nothing now. You can't
but
even get like a cup of coffee for less than 500. I mean, less than
dollars,
$5.
yeah. But yeah, those 2 days coming back to it is, definitely gonna be the most memorable, craziest, funnest set of days that we will never forget.
I know. I think I posted a comment on like one of the things I said. I'm gonna tell Easy about that weekend.
Yep.
He wasn't there
Yeah, he
because
wasn't
he
there. He
he
was he was
he played no
enjoying he
part.
was enjoying life at his Gigi's
Yeah, he
house.
played no part. And that was actually another layer that I think I spoke to X about, and I don't know if I spoke to anyone else about it, but having to drop my son off a lot and like with my mom and stuff like that, like a lot of people see it as luck, right? But at the same time, like it's really hard for me to just be like, hey, I have to go do this. And it was like weeks of that, of where I felt like the days were so long and I felt like that separation anxiety away from my son.
And I don't think it'll ever go away.
No, but it was like, especially in those days, I
All
don't
those
know why
days, yeah.
it felt so long.
Think it's just it
Like,
was just everything. It was
it was
just the
just,
stress of just life and
yeah,
just the emotions of everything hitting us a lot harder. I mean,
yeah.
it was hitting me because I mean, I really couldn't even focus on my emotions those 2 to 3 weeks of us moving here and getting stuff ready and
Well, yeah,
painting.
guys are a lot different.
Well, what I'm saying though, because of like, I mean, be finishing prep and having the show. Those last 3 to 4 weeks
Oh my
of preparing
gosh.
for the show, I mean, and I, not to make it like about like how I was, because being a mom is way different than what we go through prep. But those that go through prep, those last, uh, as soon as you hit like 6 weeks out, and you start pushing to kind of, less food, more cardio. How much I was moving, people don't realize, how busy I am training. My coach knows, my people know, but like doing prep, how my work life is. And there's some people that do it. They have construction jobs, etc., and blue collar workers and whatnot. But
There's
uh,
actually a member here who gets 30,000 steps a day.
that's insane.
He works at Amazon?
That's insane.
Yeah, his
But
average
that's crazy.
is
But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, I'm at the gym as early as 4 a.m. and I wasn't home the whole week of May, the whole month of May, probably 10 p.m. at night, and I had to get up the next morning to do cardio, to go to work, sometimes middle of the day come here, or sometimes middle of the day go help Andrea with Easy, or figure or doing stuff to get stuff ready, and then going back and training in the evening, and then coming back here in the after training clients to do whatever 2 to 3 hours worth of paint work, flooring, setting up, etc. And it wasn't like we needed a ton of work, but there was stuff like it's you got crunch time and
when you're doing things and it's just one or two of you, like painting a room, it takes a lot longer.
yeah,
Okay? Like
then a paid team.
yeah, or even if you have a team of 5. A
Yeah.
team of 2 versus a team of 5
And
works a lot different.
again, paying for someone to do the paint job
Wasn't an option.
is not an option, because we know as sure as hell it ain't cheap.
And it was all gonna add up, right? So, like, maybe at the time, like, oh, it may have been worth it, maybe not. At the end of the day, the memories that we made are priceless.
Yeah,
Doing all these things, like, I could look at certain things, I'm like, "I painted
yeah,
that, I painted that, I painted that,"
yeah.
right?
And I'm not saying we're cheap, but because we paid electricians to do work, we paid, mirror guy to put up the mirrors,
There's certain things that you
there's
can't
certain
do.
things you can't do. I mean, I'm the type of person, like, if I can figure it out, I'll fucking do it. But
YouTube
there's things,
University.
yeah, if not, but if there's things where I'm like, nah, I cannot do this because I will mess things up even further.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
let's leave it
mirrors.
leave
The
it to the
mirrors?
professional. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought about it, and then I
no.
actually talked to a gym owner who actually put up his own mirrors, and he showed me a video of a mirror falling on his face, and
Yeah.
having like I think it was like a 10 stitch scar on him, and I'm like, I'm glad I came and saw you and met you and talked to you about this like a month,
Before you
2 months
tried.
before I moved, because I definitely probably would have tried just to, every
Just
little dollar you save as a business owner makes a difference.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here we are now,
Here we are now.
4 weeks in. How how do you feel 4 weeks in here?
You know what? I
And how do you
feel
feel how do you feel when you walk in here? And how do you feel now that we're here 4 weeks?
it's a totally different aura, right? Because at the old hangar, I was, or at the old gym, I was training every single day.
Mhm.
And I trained there as before I was a mom, almost at the beginning of my personal training career. So I created a lot of different memories there, and that energy that I had walking in was a lot different than here, right? Because when I'm here, I walk in, I work at the front desk. I do still train a few girls, but this I feel a lot more focused, and I feel a lot more in tune with the community.
Yeah.
Like when I'm here, I feel like I'm I don't know. I don't know what like how to put my finger on it. I just feel like
Trying to think of the word, but I think it's just you feel like as people walk in, you're ready to accept them, invite them, show them around, and like be a host.
yes, I feel yeah, a really, really deep sense of
Of being a host, like being a host like of a party, but it's, I mean, not a party, but of our house, of our club, of our gym, because that's the way we see this place. We don't.
yeah.
It's a gym, but it's also a home for not
Oh,
just us, but for everybody here. And we're beginning. We've known it, but we're beginning to kind of understand the deeper meaning for a lot of people because of the move. And that's one thing I think the move has provided me, and I think you too as well. We've talked about it, but
a
has
lot of
provided
perspective.
a lot of different perspective. At the old spot, I knew how much people appreciated it, love the space, love the community. People would say, "Oh, I love this place, I love the community, love the camaraderie we have." But then once we moved, I think seeing how many people, one, helped us that weekend, two, supported us through the move, and three, people talking to us, whether it's current members or new members now, the deeper meaning of why they appreciate this place has really allowed me to appreciate. I said it the other day. I don't appreciate. I don't necessarily appreciate my members as people. Now I appreciate them, or vice versa. I don't appreciate. I don't know what I said. I said something. I forgot the tagline. I saw, but it was like, I don't appreciate them just as members. I appreciate them as people.
Yeah, and
And
I've gotten to know so many people like on a deeper level because I have the ability to take a step back since I'm not, full-time training right now. I'm like taking a step back and I'm like looking at everything and I'm like, I'm in charge of the vibe here. And
yeah,
and
I think it's like more so too. Like I think now that I'm thinking, it's coming to me. It's like at the other spot, I'd seen the people, but now, like, no, like I see you.
yeah,
Like
and they see us.
I get you. I get
Yeah.
why you're here. I get why you continue to come back. I get why you have conversations with me, and why I see you here 5, 6 days a
Yeah,
week.
and, like,
And
I know about your job, and then I know about your personal life,
yeah,
and it's so beautiful, and I feel like something that I talk a lot about when I meet new people, and something a ex has probably heard me say is, like, when I turned 30, which I turned 30 this past October, mind you, I had my son a few months before that, like, I feel like my brain chemistry changed. I mean, your brain chemistry changes when you become a mom, right? I mean, you lose brain cells, but besides that, like I just everything shifted for me. I had a lot of perspective and I wanted to change as a person. And I'm going to speak like truthfully, honestly, I'm a very closed off private person and it may not seem like that to people because I post what seems like my whole life, right? But if you know me, like I have two friends and they're the people that I talk to. I don't like to socialize. I consider myself antisocial introvert, right? But I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone because I was ready to grow. I was ready to grow within my business, within myself. Being a mom also makes you just look at other people differently, other parents differently. And so I feel like it all happened organically at the right time, right? And I was starting to blossom as a not so antisocial person. And then this move happened. And so now I'm meeting new people and I feel like they're getting a new version of me. Right. And I'm working every single day to be the better version of myself. I'm not perfect. And sometimes I still have moments where I want to shut off because that's naturally how I am. And Xavier is like opposite, I'd say.
yeah, to a certain extent.
To an extent.
It's like funny because it's like I'm naturally introverted, but when it comes to being at work, and I think becoming a personal trainer has helped me be this way. And I think throughout life I've just been naturally this way, but like I'm not the type of person like I'm not the type of person like there's a crowd over there. I won't naturally, I'm not like the first instinct, let me go over there and go introduce myself. No, definitely not.
But I
But
would.
you would. But then
But
you
then,
you said
but
you
then they're gonna start trying to get to know me, and I'm like, okay, stop
yeah,
asking me
but that's what
questions.
stops you. And then I think about it, I'm like, no, I should get to know them so that, what if they're cool people? And then that's what triggers it. But I think just
Yeah.
naturally, instinctively, both of us, I'm introverted, you're extroverted, but then there's that like cult
Yeah,
that switches it for both of us.
definitely.
So
And I feel like I said, moving the gym has brought out a better version of myself, and I'm trying every single day. And so I feel like that's one of the many beautiful parts of this new chapter in our life.
I think, and I'm because you're talking about it's brought out a better version of yourself, but I mean, I've known you since forever, and I think it's definitely something I have seen and you have always had and have always shown, and I think a lot of people have mentioned it, but I think it was something that you created a wall for yourself more so than anybody else seeing that wall.
Oh, okay.
Does
Well,
that
I
make
don't know. I
sense?
feel like sometimes people like I said, I don't share a lot of stuff personally. Like I said, it may seem like it, but I don't
No,
to an
I
extent.
think I think what you're maybe getting at is like you're definitely the type of person to go out and talk to someone and have a conversation if you want, and you'll have it naturally and it feel authentic. But I think where you're probably getting at is what I'm now that I'm understanding and I'm listening a little bit more is like I think maybe just you feel like you may not have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe approachable in a
Yeah.
sense. Like you like, and most people know too. There's some people where like they're just like, oh, Andrea's working. I'm just like, okay, I won't bother her because they know like, oh, Andrea has her headphones on. Don't fucking bother her. And I don't think it's anything she's ever said out loud. But like I said, maybe just the vibe and the aura that she carries when she's tapped into whatever she's trying to focus in. Where me, I'm working
It's that
out.
hyper focused energy.
And me, when I'm working out, I feel like everybody. That's like the open invitation for everyone to talk to me.
Absolutely.
Which is fine. I don't get this the wrong way. If I'm working out, I will always stop to talk to you. And but if I'm getting ready for a set, try not to. But if you do, I will stop still.
It's funny, like, we have actually gone as far as going to other gyms. We don't post about it. We go to other gyms sometimes, like, certain times of our lives, we're like, "Let's get this workout in," and have no one to talk to,
Yeah.
and, like, really just lock in, and then we'll run into someone.
Yeah, but it's funny that you mentioned that because I was literally thinking about that today. Like, I talked to a lot of different um, gym owners and business people who have like their hub, let's say, and they like to go to other businesses because they want to get away from that. And I feel like us,
We've
as
tried.
much as we've tried, and we were like, oh, this was. We go to other gyms and we work out. Oh, that was pretty nice. That was super quick.
I like this about that. Yeah, it was
It
quick.
was quick, and we got it done. But like honestly, I would rather not.
I would rather not.
I don't get it. And no shade to those that do, but it's like I don't get how you cannot work. I mean, I get it. But for me, like business wise and people wise and the community wise, how can you not stay and work out or drink the coffee at your coffee shop instead of going to another one when that's your business and to show face and to be there and to be, I feel like everyone that comes here, they know we're always here. We're here. I mean, sometimes you're not because you're with Easy. That's the only time.
That's
But
the
I'm
only
saying,
time that I'm not here, and, like, that's, like, been, like, a huge shift too, right? Not being able to be here, like, at
yeah.
all times of the day. It's like,
But I know people know we're here all day because when I'm here and you're not, they're like, "Where's Andrea?"
"Where's X?"
And then when she's here and I'm not, they're like, "Where's
And
X?"
I'm like, "You guys, he's with Easy."
Yeah, that's literally the only. That's the only time we're separated, or
Yeah,
apart from each other.
yeah, it's like when one of the 2 has to be with,
And now when we're both here, where's Easy?
"Where's Easy?"
Not here, but
He's with my mom, you
yeah.
guys.
But anyways, no, definitely. I think I mean, to kind of wrap up the community and the gym. I mean, we love this space as much as everyone that has told us they love this space for all the same reasons, for the happiness, for the things that we go through in life that this place provides, like not necessarily an escape, but a kind of like a decompression
Yeah.
from everything else.
Every
And
everyone has, like, corners of the world that they turn to, that they feel safe, that they feel happiness, that they feel there's different corners of the world for everyone. Like, for me, my room, that's my peace, right? For me, this gym, I hope it gives me, like, it's just I don't even know how to put it into words. I guess peace would be it's another place of peace, but it's not peace like I'm going to sleep.
no,
This is peace where it's like
feel like I can breathe.
I can breathe.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like I can breathe, and I walk in here at 5 a.m. and honestly, like even tonight, like thinking about tomorrow, and I'm like, and I love training my clients, but I've had to regress on training clients so to make sure I'm here at the front desk and be here for the community, be here for new members, etc. Different business side, but tonight knowing like I'm gonna come in in the morning, open up the gym, get the front desk ready, start working on getting new members, etc. Business things that we need to do, like just being pure present without having necessarily to be tapped in and engaged in a one-on-one session
Mhm.
is what the peace and excitement this place brings. I think even if I was training clients, it still would, but I'm just saying
It's
like
different.
it's different.
Yeah, it's and I have to say I never this is something that like I'm not so proud of. I never had a dream job growing up. I never wanted to be like a nurse or whatever, a teacher, anything like that. But when I started working out at LA Fitness, I was like, this is my dream job.
To work at a gym, anything at a gym.
Anything at the gym. I remember the front desk, I was like, that's a vibe, right? They would hand you the towel at LA Fitness. I don't know if they still have towel service there.
I know.
But, and then they had, like, the smoothie bar. Oh, I was like, "No, that is my dream job." And then I remember there was, like, a female personal trainer at the LA Fitness that I went to, and I actually know who she is. And I was here, I'm like, "No, that is my dream job." And so to think about it, and I've done a different aspect, I've been a personal trainer, and obviously now I'm a gym owner, I'm, like, front desk now. I'm like, I am living my dream job, and it still is every single day that I come to work.
Oh,
I feel excited. I'm like, "What's gonna happen today?"
yeah.
Who am
I
I gonna
love it.
talk to,
Yep.
right? Am I gonna sell a membership? Am I going to get to know a member, right? Or am I gonna talk
Are we gonna hear a story from
I'm
a
like,
member
"Oh,
from
yeah,
this past
for
weekend?
sure I'm gonna hear a story."
There's always
Am I gonna talk to people about energy drinks that are in the fridge, Like, there's just I don't know. If there's anything that fires me up, it's anything having to do with fitness. So can you imagine myself as a gym owner? I feel so fulfilled having my own space, this own corner of the world where it's like endorphins,
Yeah, and
dopamine.
I think a lot of it's because of like why we wanted to have a gym. A lot of people like, I mean, obviously, most people that open up gyms, it's people that probably been in the fitness industry a long time, or they want to open up the sickest gym ever and have the greatest equipment and the sickest facilities and all that. And don't get me wrong, all that stuff's nice, and if you can afford it, fuck, kudos to you because it's expensive as fuck
Yeah,
to own a gym, but
that'll be for another
yeah,
podcast
a
episode.
different podcast episode.
How much it costs to
Costs.
own a gym.
But I think reason why we opened up our own gym was because we wanted to create the space we literally just talked about, what brings us and brings our community. We wanted to create that for I mean, at the beginning was ourselves and our clientele.
That's it.
And
That's the only people that I was thinking
that's the only
about.
people we're thinking about. And
And then it just
naturally
naturally
people just started, just coming in, and it wasn't like a floodgates, but one after another. Hey, you offer memberships? No, but we'd love to have you a member. And because we were not a membership type of gym when we first opened, but that's the reason why we created this space. We created this gym, this home for people to have a safe space, to feel invited, to feel included with that exclusivity vibe, meaning like, they feel a part of something that's private, that's theirs, that's their own. I have members that don't even like to share the gym because they don't want people in their circle or outside their circle to come and change the way the environment is. Crazy when I hear that, but
yeah. They're
it's
like, "I'm
cool.
gatekeeping it."
Yeah, they're gatekeeping it. It's super cool to hear that. But I'm like, nah, tell your friends, please. But I think like that's thinking full 180 back to when we first started training and when we first started the gym and we had our garage, Savage Fit Club Junior. For those that were part of it,
You're
Savage,
an
you're an
OG.
OG. There's still some that continue to train with me that were there, but that's the reason why we had the garage and we turned it into a facility because we wanted to create this kind of space
Yeah.
for people to feel a part of something that was different than I think most, if not all of the other gyms in the area. And I will put my word on it. I know there's a lot of strong communities out there and a lot of strong
And I
um
respect
and I
every single
respect
one.
it for every
Every
gym, but
single one of
I
them.
don't think you understand or know the people that we have in our corner here, in our circle, and in our home of Savage Fit Club, because that's what makes those people is what makes this place so special.
Right.
And
It goes beyond us, and that's something that I've, like, spoken about, like, this gym has gone so beyond who I am, who you are, and
it's more than us now.
it's more than us,
It's more
right?
than us.
So
And
when you think of Savage Fit Club, if you think of us, that's amazing, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people that you associate the gym with too,
yeah, I
and
hope
that
you,
makes me happy.
yeah. And I just, I can't. One, I want to take the moment to just, I really thanked those who helped us, but those who continue to show the love and continue to be members here and drive a little further because of the move and
Mhm.
continue to post and tell us how much they appreciate this place. Um, thank you, because if people always thank us for having this place, but I'm like, no, thank you, because if it wasn't for you guys to being continue to continue being valued, loving, caring members and
We
clients.
we wouldn't have, like, when that lease was up, it would have been like, no, let's just, I don't know, train out of our garage again or
Yeah,
something
and
like that, because that's easy.
we had those talks. We had
That's
those talks. Oh, we could
so
take the
easy.
easy route and be like, let's just train out of a garage and call it a day, sell half the equipment, keep some of it, and train and be fitness influencers.
And
And we could have definitely made just probably honestly we probably could have made the same if not more because of the less
the
stresses of
convenience,
the convenience of it. But oh shoot, where was it? I lost my train of thought. But
just like thank you to everyone,
yeah,
because like I said, that's the reason why we kept going. And yeah,
here we are. Here we are, 4 weeks in, 5 years into this business.
yeah,
I think naturally just that break happened. You want to have a break real quick?
yeah,
Quick 5 minute?
yeah,
'Cause I gotta pee. I
yeah,
gotta pee like every 30 minutes, guys.
yeah.
So a quick break.
Let me try that one actually.
Not as drinking this at 6:30 in the afternoon, evening. All right, that was a much as
It's
long.
not. It's not as bad as I remembered it.
I don't know, Jay. What'd you think about this? What'd you think about this? I'm telling you, this is by far my favorite energy drink. Favorite.
I go to for rain as well.
Gotcha. My top three, if not one specific brand, if we're talking all brands, this White Monster and Swedish Fish Ghost. That's a controversial one. I know. That's a controversial one. A lot of people. There's some people that are surprised that I like that, but that one I don't know. I just yeah. You don't like Ghost?
Oh, I love chemicals.
I mean, that's the least.
Yeah.
No, but you're saying just like the artificial sweetness to like the specific flavor that it has. I mean, the Ghost does, I think, a phenomenal job on hitting their flavors literally on the mark. They don't ever miss. The sour ones are sour, the sweet ones are sweet. And then honorable mention, I think, is the cran grape.
Mm.
The Ghost cran Welch's or cran grape one. That one's good because it's not super grapey sweet like the grape one is. It's literally you get that like is cranberry like tarty or
Yeah,
what's
it's
tarty?
tarty.
Yeah, it's like that tarty like sweetness to it. I don't like tart though.
I mean, it's like a cat. It says cherry blossom. It smells like that cherry blossom smell. You know, like chemical in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that it doesn't smell like it smells like an apple pie. Kind of like it smells like apple pie with 100 other things.
100.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm always gonna choose a Monster no matter what.
I like white.
You prefer
Peach
Peachy Keen.
Peachy Keen
That's
Monster
hers.
any day.
Yeah. Which color can is that?
Oh,
All the new flavors the Monster's been coming out with hella new flavors. I haven't tried a lot of the new ones. Yeah.
that one's in there. That one's so good. It tastes like orange soda. Ugh,
Yeah.
so good.
And we could go on for days.
Monster, sponsor me.
Yeah, comment your favorite energy drink.
No,
And what brand,
Monster.
your flavor.
For me, Monster no matter
Because
what.
I mean, I think you posted it. You'd be surprised, us and trainers in general, or gym people, or people who work in the gym industry, caffeine addicts galore.
There was a point like when Easy stopped sleeping. right? Which I'm not even gonna go into all that stuff because it's so controversial in like the parenting world, like sleep regressions and this, that, the other, whatever. Easy had 2 months of his life where he didn't sleep. And I was drinking 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and then when I would get to the gym would be around 9-ish, an energy drink.
Mhm.
And I remember it all felt horrible.
Caffeine. You
You just need it, like whether you're a trainer, if you're a parent, and if you're both.
It's not even like you hate to love it. You love to love it, no matter
I
what.
love, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, like I can't drink, caffeine anymore because this, that, the other." No.
Not us. I
No.
don't think we've ever.
Maybe one day, but that day
I don't
is
think
not
we
today.
both have had moments where we've had to been like, we need to chill. We've had moments where maybe we've had caffeine and we had energy. We're like, damn, I feel wired.
Well, yeah, well, actually,
We
when
can't
when
sleep.
I was pregnant, the first, like, big chunk of it, I couldn't drink any coffee because it was making me feel jittery, which it never did before. So I just didn't like feeling that, even though it probably was okay. I just didn't like feeling that, and I wasn't really craving coffee. That was like probably the only time in my life that I never had coffee in the morning
Yeah.
when I was pregnant,
Yeah.
but just because it made me a little jittery. And then at the end, I was definitely having energy drink.
Yeah. I think nowadays, right now, I'm definitely more coffee than I am energy drink. I used to be bad with
I will
energy
always
drinks.
have both.
When I used to work at Fitness 19, for those that know, I would have probably 2 a day.
Okay,
Maybe 3 a
whatever
day.
happened to bangs? Do they still sell them?
I think some do, but I think well, I mean, I'm not like super like into like the bro science as far as the energy drinks, but I think just the way they made it just made people feel way too cracked out. It's like drinking a C4.
Yeah,
My
but
my my,
I just don't see bangs anymore.
my dad texted me the other day.
What?
He said the C4 that I just had makes me feel like he sent me like the like the gif of like Bugs Bunny like spazzing out. And I'm like, bro, out of anything you could have had C4, and C4 was probably was one of the OG brands when we started getting into fitness. But C4, if you're ever gonna take powder energy drink of that,
I just feel like it's like a dull, cracked out energy though.
it's just that's all it is. It's nothing
Yeah.
else. I mean, most energy drinks, that's what it is. They have different energy drinks for like different mood setters now. You know, have some that are like still good in caffeine, but they have a lot of different ingredients to kind of
Have a bloom?
yeah.
Blooms are crazy.
Yeah, those will. I mean, those don't. I don't feel like they'll feel you
They're
wired,
like
but
they give you really
that's how I
focus,
feel like Gorilla Mind
focus.
is.
Oh,
Huh? First form. I've never really had first form.
never had that. Really? No, bangs were crazy back in the
Crazy,
day. I
yeah.
like the
Champagne.
champagne one.
That
Was
was
good.
champagne, and they had a black cherry vanilla. They had a black cherry.
I
That black cherry vanilla.
there was nothing like
I
I
think
would
it,
have a bang like at 9 p.m.
yeah, same. I would have one at 4
Those-
a.m. when I would open the gym, and then I'd probably have another one midday. Oh, I haven't. No, no,
I think those are kratom.
those psychedelic, crazy ass ones. I don't know. No.
They're like, "Oh, it's like a not so sensitive version of caffeine." I'm like, "No,
Yeah,
I
I
want
want to feel it.
I wanna feel it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to feel I want my hair. I want to feel my heart slightly palpitating, just slightly.
I wanna be able to, like, stop hearing people because my heart's beating. I
Yeah.
feel it, yeah, I can hear my blood
Like
streaming through.
I need to have one where I need to get up. I need to move. But all right, enough with the energy drink talk because we could go on for days. There's so many flavors, so many different things, and yeah, we'll have a topic of that one.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so we shared a lot. We talked a lot about the gym, a little bit of I wouldn't say our past too much, but
Not too much. I guess
why
we spoke about our foundation with fitness,
why this?
why the gym, right? We spoke a little bit about parenting. I guess we'll probably have, like, a better parenting episode,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. We're gonna again, I think in the future we're gonna have specific topics, still kind of giving our perspective and um our thoughts and our opinions regarding it. And I think we are
Nothing
definitely
not too crazy though.
not too crazy, not too crazy, but I think we're gonna definitely try to be a little bit more unfiltered as far as how we go about things and why we go about things, not necessarily what you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because we're not those type of people. Like everyone, you all have your own ways of doing things. And if it works, fuck it. that is what works
Yeah. I feel
because
like when I became a parent, you see 100 and million thousand things on Instagram, TikTok, and then you ask chat, and then you look at Google, and then you can read a book. And so the best thing that I ever saw was trust your motherly instinct, and I've tried my best to honor that.
you have yeah.
I just trust my motherly instinct, and I try my best every single day. Yeah. So I'm not so much of a research based mom. I'm just what kind of mom would you call me?
Oh, damn, that's a tough one because every day's every month and every day is different. Like
Yeah, you're
we've both
right.
been changing as far as parents being, especially the way Easy's been changing. But definitely very, very instinctually motherly with Easy as far as the love and affection. Um, you definitely love teaching him things and getting him to learn new things as far as playing with certain toys, reading books to him. But as a mom, it's the same way you've been with me. Very 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 selfless, um, very loving, instinctually caring for his needs, his feelings. It's I knew what the type of mom you're gonna be with him because it's the same way you are with me, but just maybe just a little less aggressive sometimes with him than you are with me, but that's just saying, just stating facts, in my opinion.
Always gonna be really kind to myself.
Yeah, definitely. And as you become a mom, and you are a mom now, the mama bear, it definitely, I felt that literally within the first couple days. It was crazy, the switch up, and I'm like, oh shit, like definitely there it is, and don't fuck with the cub because it's not so much the cub, but just like their their environment more so, because the dad can always come in there and fuck up the vibe. Mom's trying to put the baby to sleep, and dad's always trying to be excited and happy and trying to get the baby riled up. And mom's like, It's bedtime. He needs to chill," or just little things. But definitely that motherly bear in you, I definitely love and adore, and definitely see it coming out more and more and more. And it's definitely loosened up as he's getting older, and we're starting to learn what we like, what we don't like, what things we're cautious of, not cautious of. Um, but definitely learning how to become a a dad too easy, but also a husband, not just to my wife, but a husband to the mother of my child.
Yeah, that's
Very
totally
different,
different. Yeah,
different.
that's totally
All those three different pillars as far as being a dad is and a husband is, they have different aspects, and you have to treat them you have to treat them very differently, but the type of person and love and affection, it all has to kind of balance in a way. um
yeah. There's love, there's respect, there's compassion, and there's also responsibility,
yeah,
right? For all of them,
all of
right?
those,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I mean, like, I don't want this podcast to just be a parenting podcast because that's not everyone, right? At one point, we weren't parents.
yeah,
And so when we would hear about parents talking about their kids, we could not relate,
definitely.
right? And I'm talking to the people right now. If you don't have kids, I don't expect you to relate to that aspect of our life or to even care because I know I really didn't care about that kind of stuff for a long period of time until I wanted to start having kids, which I kind of always knew that I wanted to have kids. I just didn't know when.
Well, I mean, I mean, we had the topic in mind of how we want to go, but let's just talk about our past and how we met, where we were in life, and we don't have to go super in depth. We can share that for another, huh? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, we could just
Well,
briefly.
how about this? We could talk about where we see ourselves in the next 5 years,
We're okay.
right? Like
Rather than
the gym, our family, and like just I guess our day to day, right? Because when I think 5 years from now, I'm gonna be 35. Yeah, I'll be 35 in 5 years.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. I w- I hope that my day to day life is probably a little bit more chill, right? More of a work life balance, and I'm not seeking that right now, but I'm working for that now,
yeah.
right? I'm working for a work life balance. I don't have that right now. So I hope to be able to spend more time at home, and I hope to have another child. But that's in God's hands. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
you smile like you don't know.
Well, I mean, that's definitely what we intend,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it could,
it could
it
happen.
could happen, and we definitely hope it happens, and that's definitely in the plans of the future of having a second child. Do we want more? Not
There's some
necessarily.
days for sure. There's
Some
some
days.
days for
Well,
sure,
we think about it, but
but I would say, if I could fast forward right now, I would be probably spending more time at home with my kids, in 5 years from now, and the gym would probably look a lot different than what it looks like now,
yeah,
right? Actually, in 5 years, our lease is up.
yeah,
In 5 years, our lease is up, so we may or may not be moving the gym again.
yeah. Not to scare you guys, but I think just if
We wouldn't be moving it anywhere far.
no, if
We
we
would
were
only
to be
we
moving, we would be leveling up, and
Yeah, it'd
we'd
be
be getting
leveling
something
up,
bigger than
right? But let's say, like, if we were still in this facility, in this building, I mean, I have tons of plans of what I would love for it to look like.
yeah.
So our gym would just be upgraded.
We're already scheming.
Yeah, it's so hard
We're
not to.
already scheming because it's
But
hard not to.
the gym
Because
would look totally different as far as being totally, totally upgraded. Like from the floor to the ceiling, everything will be
everything,
everything different,
everything.
right? So
Yeah.
upgraded gym, having two kids, a little bit more work life balance, and I would honestly love to travel at that point with my family. I don't really, really have the desire to travel right now because my son is way too small to be taken up and everywhere, and everyone has their opinion about
I mean, we
traveling with their kids.
travel pretty frequently throughout the year, but it's not like we're going like
I'm not. I don't. I
to
don't want to.
Europe
Yeah,
or
I'm not.
to other continents and stuff like that.
Not going anywhere
But the
crazy.
biggest thing, I mean, every year we're usually going to your typical places, Vegas, Palm Springs. We go to Guatemala pretty often to visit her
Once a
family
year.
once a year. But as far as big travels, yeah, definitely. I mean, in 5 years from now, Easy will be 6.
Yeah,
Easy will be 6. Our our second child would be
maybe 3.
3-ish,
Yeah, that
2-ish.
sounds kind of chill.
Definitely chill. And I mean, as much as I say I would love to work less, I think I just more so like I don't I think it's just more so balancing and having more time for the family at home. So being present for the important moments. And every moment of your child's life is important. But I'm saying, like, being there in the morning for breakfast, most days, taking them to school,
Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah, because they're gonna
being
go to
th-
school.
being there. Yeah, you'll be here working. Girl, come on
Yeah.
now. The hell? I mean, maybe not the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old will probably still need
The
you.
2, 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2, 3, but yeah, and then coming to work and then going to pick them up, or if you're picking them up, making sure I'm getting home at a good time so that they see their dad. Weekends, still being here because I think at the end of the day, when we see ourselves in 5 years, we still want to be here, but not every second. We still want to be present with the community. We still want to grow this place a long time because we've had aspirations as far as how we see ourselves as gym owners, and we see ourselves as being present gym owners. At least myself and Andrea, I know you have aspirations to be like that, but I think more so me because of other mentors and people that I've looked up to in this regards. But being that 50, 60-year-old man down the road still, showing face here and making names with members and community, and down the road, whether it's we still have just one huge location or multiple locations. I think the owner of the place being present in the everyday workplace
Sets the tone.
sets the tone for
Yeah,
everybody. And
sets the tone.
it's not setting the tone because I'm trying to like make more money. It's more so setting the tone for the community and for the environment of the place.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's really what we care about. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, 5 years from now, as far as the gym's place, yeah, definitely. I mean, every day I look at this and I'm like, okay, I want to upgrade this. I want to change this. I want to upgrade that. But yeah, in 5 years, definitely still having that same feel, but definitely feeling a lot more upgraded than now. Whether it's a bigger facility or more space to this place, and definitely, different newer style equipment because you're always gonna have to progress and change depending on the times. Um, and then yeah, just spending more time with the family because the last 5 years, I mean the last year more so because we have our family now. Um, it's been difficult as far as
Work
giving
life
work-life
balance.
balance, but people still to this day tell me slow down. Why you have time for that? And I say yes and no, because yes, I have time because there's a lot of downtime that I have that I see that I can be making money and providing for my family at the end of the day. And being a husband and being a dad, it's a different responsibility that dads mainly understand. It's a big stress and a lot of weight on the shoulders, and I don't think a lot of dads get enough credibility as far as how they carry that stress, because I know there's probably a lot of dads and husbands out there that carry a lot of stress and probably honestly deal with a lot of
Mental health.
mental health as far as dealing with that, because a lot of it's the stigma of being a dad and husband, like you go to work and you put up or shut up at the end of the day. And but that's what gets us through as dads and husbands. I don't think it's something necessarily that we have to change, but it's more so, okay, how do you get through it and how do you find the right people around you to change that mental health aspect of making it a negative thing.
Yeah, as a parent, there's different ways to look at it, right? It's either like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, or you have that positive pressure to rise and to show up,
Yeah,
right? Because as a mom, especially, like, I can speak for myself as a mom, like I have to do a lot of things by myself solo, right? They call it solo parenting now, like on Instagram,
I've
like
seen that.
solo parenting for, I'm like, I feel like anytime that either of us are usually with our son, it's by ourselves. And
Yeah,
it's mainly me, especially in the mornings and in the evenings,
most
right?
days.
And that could really get to you as a mom, right? Where you feel alone and you feel like this is really hard to do by myself, because being a mom is hard. But then I always tell moms that I speak to, especially the ones who are doing solo parenting, I'm like, no, this is what makes us strong. And this is what provides us purpose to get up every single day, be happy, be our best selves, work on ourselves, and learn a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
But
it goes both ways. I think it's the same
it's
thing.
the same thing,
It's the
right?
same thing as
As a
dads. It's
mom,
just different. It's
yeah.
different aspects of the life and different
Yeah,
responsibilities.
exactly.
You know,
And like it's never gonna be 50-50, or maybe it is for some situations, right? But for a lot of people that I talk to, it's not, right?
yeah.
And
And
and like, to kind of wrap things up, what can people expect as far as like the podcast? Like, what are we going to talk about specifically, right? I don't think there's going to be one specific thing. It's not like, obviously, this first episode was talking a lot about the gym.
the gym, their life, about us. Well,
Yeah, a
what to
little bit
expect? What
about
to
a
expect?
little bit about our family, right? But I would love to dive into controversial topics. That's me. I like I
I'm
wanted
definitely the non-controversial type, but
yeah.
Andrea is definitely.
Like let's get
Let's get
into
it.
it. Let's get into it.
Let's argue. But I mean, I think
Not
whenever
argue, not
no,
argue.
but I think when we do talk about controversial things, I think we definitely have different opinions. So
Absolutely.
you're definitely going to hear two-sided things when it comes to certain topics. So let us know what kind of topics you guys want to get into.
Yeah.
We'll get into everything as much as we know about, and if we don't know and we see a topic we want to talk about, so we'll probably do like a little bit of light research to make sure that we know a little bit and give our opinion on it. But I mean, everything that we've talked about, whether it's fitness,
Fitness
parenthood,
Fitness can be working out, it could be nutrition, right? Because that's still like the foundation of the people that we are.
it could be mental health, it could be
Mental health.
um,
It could be obviously owning the business, obviously being a parent, being a man in general, being a woman in general, everything that the aspects of being a woman and a man.
personal trainer talk.
Yeah.
We've been trainers for such a long time, so that's definitely a different topic that we can
Yeah, I
dive
would love
into.
to be I would love to talk
Yeah,
about being a
there's
personal
a lot
trainer.
of aspects of being
Yeah.
a trainer that we can definitely talk about. Everything.
Good and bad.
But I mean, even if there's stuff that don't relate to our life and you guys just want our opinion on it,
Yeah,
I think,
and then at the end of the day, like organically, that things are gonna happen in our life, right? Like something huge that we're gonna be talking about soon. Not to get back into it, but it's obviously our son turning a year old.
yep,
So that's like a huge milestone marker
yeah,
to our life.
yeah. I can't. Yeah, I think that's all the stuff that we kind of
Our
relate
family,
relate
I would
to.
love to talk about our family, right? Because
Mhm.
a lot of people don't know. I mean, some people know, some people don't know. We both have two siblings, right? And we can actually bring some of them on.
They
Yeah.
they would
They will have a
definitely
lot to say.
it would.
And he'll have a lot to say.
All four of them would.
Yeah.
All four of them
Yeah.
would definitely, and they're all very very different.
In our whole family, we have so many amazing different personalities in our family that work in so many different industries. And I would love to bring some of them on
Yeah.
just to get
Definitely, we're
pick
definitely
their
gonna have
brain.
guests. I think the first handful of podcasts is probably just gonna be us,
Mhm.
with the topics that maybe people want to cover, and then once we get through most topics, I think it's gonna be guests. We're getting relating to topics about them or what they do for work and how it relates to us and our lives with them and our relationships with them, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I definitely would love to get members and our trainers
Oh, I'm sure I have plenty of members who would be down.
down. Yeah, and they, I love them all, but they can yap.
Yeah.
They can yap, and you know who you are. You know who you are.
Everyone loves to talk.
Yeah, I think, and then I mean, other than that, we have to come up with a name for
Yeah.
this podcast. It can't just be on Xavier and Andrea talking podcast. It has to be a name.
Savage Fit Club podcast. I don't think so.
If you guys have names, I don't know. Do we
There was one.
do we do a giveaway for if someone comes with a name that we stick, or do we give a prize, or we give a free membership? I don't know. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'll give you free membership if you don't have one already. Um.
You don't want to offer a free membership to someone that does?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's true, right? Yeah, I'll make your membership
Yeah,
free if you come up with it.
yeah.
But some of the ones that we were thinking were Savage Conversations, which that one didn't really roll off the tongue,
No.
if we're being honest, but that's the only one that really stood out to me.
Savage Life. But some people are like, oh, that doesn't sound like a podcast name. Yeah, it's about your life, but it's like you guys are talking more than just about your life.
Oh, there was one that we loved, like
Oh, Easy Does It.
Easy Does It.
Easy Does It, because it's just, like, I guess in translation, that's how we kind of go about our life. Yeah, it's very stressful, but we're like, like that's just the way it is. Easy does it.
Yeah.
Savage Talks. What was
Someone actually commented Savage Mode.
Oh, I kind of like it.
I like it.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, anything on with Savage on it. I mean, I'm down, but I'm down to stray away from it just being Savage. But I mean, that's our brand.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Beyond the gym.
Beyond
the gym.
Even though all we just talked about was the gym.
Yeah, literally. Savage Reps or Life Reps.
Life Reps.
Yeah, these are literally all ChatGPT. ChatGPT sometimes they gave us very corny and cheesy options, but yeah, I mean,
I did not ChatGPT those.
I did because but yeah, comment the names. We'll pick a winner that sticks the most. Maybe we'll pick the top 3 and we'll have the community vote.
And I would love to do these as often as possible.
What?
This
Podcast?
podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. We have to coordinate with Jay because Jay's got the material.
Yeah.
But I think the next one we'll talk with Jay, but in 2 weeks, I think it's July 12th.
Probably.
July 12th, Sunday. Yeah. Most likely, I think these Sundays work perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works good for you. So, yeah, I mean, if there's times where we have to do it earlier, we could do it earlier. But this time is, I think, a perfect time.
And also for the next one, before we finish things off, I am gonna put a questionnaire. Is that what it's called? No.
Yeah, Q&A.
Q&A, but I'm gonna make it anonymous because I know a lot of people want to ask questions and they want to ask specific questions. But they're not down to put their name behind it. So we're gonna put like an anonymous link.
Yeah.
So you
either
guys
on
can
Instagram or something like that.
ask us anything.
And
I'll answer like I say, I'll always answer anything as long as it's not inappropriate.
Yeah, and I think where you're gonna be able to find this podcast is gonna be YouTube and Spotify. So, or Apple Podcasts too. I don't know how easy it is to do all 3 of those. Goes to Apple Podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Cool. Well, yeah. Find us on there. I don't even know if there's gonna be a name to any of those yet because we don't have a name yet, but we'll just call it Savage Podcast for now, and then we'll change the name once we have the name.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, that's
it for today.
That's episode 1.
Yeah.
Of whatever this name of this podcast is gonna be. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And
time to go pick up easy.
Yeah, time to go home and get ready for the week.